Good evening, gentlemen, friends and colleagues, and distinguished guests. Asset integrity, process safety, we can talk them differently, we can actually club them together, we can put them on operations, we can put them under safety. They're all interrelated, and at the same time, they have their own special moments we can talk. Okay. If you talk about asset integrity, you can actually see a lot of fancy frameworks, a lot of graphs, but ultimately, what does it mean? So when I started as an young engineer in a fertilizer company, we actually going for quality systems, ISO 8000, and people talked about, I need to do these 20 systems. If I don't do this, I need to fill so many formats. Okay, I could never understand how these documents are actually going to give me quality. Okay, so, but my manager used to tell me, if you don't do this, we'll get an audit observation. That's all about it. But I know, things have moved and people started able to, make more sense of these things and able to connect. So my point I'm trying to make is, if I'll come back to that I will leave the technical parts to my expert colleagues, but I will talk about leadership, decision making, and people and organization. Okay, so unfortunately, the process safety asset integrity again talked under HSE umbrella. If I given a choice, I will say there should not be any HSE department. It has to be the operations, or it has to be the business, because ultimately, it's a convenient way to actually pass on the blame. Because when things go wrong, or when people say, okay, let's get the HSE guys to do an audit. That's not what it is. It's about the business guys. How many guys in the board or the CEO will talk about process safety incidents? We talk about production. I know 200,000 barrels is required every day, but I don't know how many process safety incidents or asset integrity incidents happen, because that's what actually counts. Because ultimately, by bottommost guy, if he doesn't understand all of these fancy terms, these are all good manuals to have them in your cupboards, not more than that. So I'll tell you, give an example. I was on a platform, and we got it painted. In 6 months' time, the whole platform got corroded. So I was wondering what happened in 6 months' time. So we were wondering, maybe the quality of the paint was bad, but we went to the best of the paints, and we got the best contractors to do the painting. But then actually realized that one of the rustabout's was actually using water injection water to clean the platform. So the water injection water has high salinity and it has chemicals. So it's going to corrode your platforms very, very fast. So what we actually have to know is, your risk, all of it is good, but if you can't pass it on to the lowest level guy, it's all in the cupboard again. So I request people to actually, when you do a risk assessment, go down, take one risk at a time. Go down when you go into the plan, talk to your operators. Every day you talk about it. What can it cause? What happens? Those are all some of the thoughts I have. And another one, a lot of people talked about process safety incidents. Same way, asset integrity incident management is an important one. And again, it can't be under HSE department. It has to be under business. Okay. I'll tell you, if you actually ask me, there are, say, thousands of wells in India. If you talk about well integrity, probably more than half of them, you actually shouldn't be flowing. We can talk about IoT information. All of them will give you information. But you have the information, but you can't make a decision because you will stop production. Okay? So I will leave my thoughts there. And it's not about a lot of technology. It's not, you have all the information with you. It's about the decision making. It's about that leadership. So I'll stop here and I'll introduce the panelists here. Mr. Baday Roy. I have known him from a long time. He's an industry expert, and he needs no introduction. He's a chemical engineer with 35 years of diverse experience He is currently with ONGC, Head of Offshore Safety, and also is going to speak on a very, very important and also interesting topic. It's asset integrity challenges of aging offshore fields. And the next speaker is Mr. Atik M. Khan, and he is a graduate mechanical engineer and MBA, and he's a certified risk management professional. He is currently with EAL, and he's going to talk about IoT for data gathering and approach for pipeline integrity management. Thank you, and I will request Mr. Bagal Rai to come and speak. Thank you.